A static chart gives you one single answer, right? But an interactive dashboard, man, that gives you the power to ask entirely new questions on the fly. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into how we can design interactive dashboards that actually empower people to explore their data instead of just staring blankly at a screen.
We'll be pulling some core insights from the Data Science Bites framework to break down these big design principles into actionable chunks. But before we get to the mechanics, we've got to face a major design hurdle.
And here's the big question. How can an interactive dashboard give you control without causing total confusion? Because let's be real, adding a bunch of interactivity doesn't automatically make a dashboard better. If it's poorly designed, slapping on more buttons and filters just leads to overwhelming chaos. The real tension here is figuring out how to give users meaningful control over the data without creating unnecessary complexity.
So let's look at how we can actually pull off this idea of control without confusion.
And the first way we do that is through parameters and changing views.
At its core, a parameter control is basically a feature that lets you change a value or an assumption that drives what the dashboard is showing. The beauty of this is that it allows a single visualization to answer a bunch of closely related questions, meaning you don't need a dozen separate charts cluttering up your layout.
To put that into perspective, imagine you're looking at a chart tracking student data over time. With a simple parameter control, you could seamlessly switch the metric from, say, enrollment numbers right over to retention rates and then over to completion rates. It's a huge space saver, and honestly, it saves your brain some cognitive load too. You get one clean chart that adapts to the exact question you're asking right in that moment. You could also use parameters to change a target value, select a comparison year, or flip between totals and percentages.
Now moving right along to cross-filtering for connected insights.
If parameters change the underlying metric, cross-filtering is what naturally connects your insights together. It's this incredibly slick technique where making a selection in one visualization automatically filters and updates all the other visualizations on your dashboard. It just creates a much more fluid analytical workflow compared to constantly tweaking a bunch of separate drop-down menus.
Picture this. You've got a dashboard with a map, a trend line, and some demographic breakdowns. If you click on one specific region on that map, cross-filtering kicks in and instantly updates that trend line and the demographic charts to show data for that exact location. You're physically interacting with the data's visual representation, which makes the whole exploration process feel super intuitive and seamless.
Okay, next up, dynamic drill downs and hierarchies. Let's see how this builds on that idea of focused exploration.
A dynamic drill down basically lets you move smoothly from a high-level summary right down into the nitty-gritty details of a data hierarchy. This is absolutely vital. It lets you navigate a rich hierarchy of information without having to cram every single data level onto the screen all at once.
Let's walk through how this builds layer by layer in a real business scenario. Your dashboard might start at step 1, just showing total company revenue. Then you click on a region, and boom, you're at step 2, individual locations. Select one of those locations and you're at step 3, product categories. Click a category and you drill all the way down to step 4, the actual individual products. You started with a global view and drilled down to a single item, keeping the interface totally clean at every single step of the journey.
All right, let's talk about progressive disclosure and feedback. We need to set some boundaries so these interactive features don't just overwhelm whoever is looking at them.
There's this super common misconception out there that more filters, more menus, and more buttons automatically equal a better dashboard. Not quite. Throwing every possible control at a user right away is just going to paralyze them. The correct approach is that interactivity should manage complexity, using the principle of progressive disclosure. Show people the information and controls they need first, and only let them pull back the curtain for greater detail when they actually need it. But here's the catch. When users do interact, they absolutely need immediate, clear feedback. If someone selects a filter, the dashboard has to explicitly tell them what just changed. The selected state of a button or a chart segment needs to be highly visible. Dashboard titles should automatically update, like magically changing to read West Region 2026. And those filters, they have to be incredibly easy to reset. Without these essential feedback signals, users might totally forget they're looking at a filtered slice of data, which can lead them to draw completely incorrect conclusions.
We also can't forget about the physical screen itself. Responsive design isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. A layout that looks gorgeous on a giant desktop monitor can become completely unusable when squished onto a mobile phone. Your dashboard needs to be responsive. It needs to prioritize info, reorganize layouts, simplify controls, and keep text readable and touch targets usable across any device.
Let's bring this all together under purposeful exploration with data.
Before you add any new interactive element, you really should run through this purposeful interaction checklist. Ask yourself, what specific question does this control help answer? Does this interaction actually make the analysis easier or just more complicated? Will the user clearly understand what happened after they click it? And maybe most importantly, does the dashboard still communicate something useful before the user even touches anything? If you can confidently say yes, then you're successfully creating a meaningful conversation between the user and the data.
The absolute best interactive dashboards give you a clear, understandable overview right off the bat. They offer intuitive ways to explore, like cross-filtering and parameters, and then they gracefully reveal greater detail through drill downs only when you ask for it.
Which perfectly brings us to our final takeaway. Interactivity is not about giving users more buttons. It is about giving them a better way to think with data. When you design for exploration, you aren't just building a user interface. You are actively enhancing human cognition and analytical thinking. So the next time you look at a dashboard, ask yourself, is this interface actually helping me think, or is it just giving me more buttons to click?